Hi, everybody. My name is Balasa Pacho, better known as Miss Mona Lisa herself, right here in Johannesburg. Today, we are up here with the star. Honestly, this is such a great podcast, and I think more into going about venturing as to having such platforms, I get to actually understand the reasons for it. And today, I have beautiful guests with me. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan. Ne? I feel like I need to say it. I genuinely need to say it. I'm a fan, and I need to put it out there so that people understand that I don't just like to talk. This is also for me. Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hi, Mama.
How are you?
I am great. How are
I'm
you?
great, thanks. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I know it's
you.
cool outside,
It's very
but
cold.
I appreciate that you're here.
Yeah.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You're beautiful too.
Yeah, boy. I think I wanna really go about this in a very subtle way, right?
Yeah.
Paint the vision to me. Cnethemba Gonelo. Who is she? What is she about? How did we get to being this vocalist, this beautiful inspiration to so many other artists? Where did it all begin?
My name is Cnethemba Gonelo.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the East End
Yeah.
in a town called Rondebelt.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dusty.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very dusty town.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of beautiful gems there.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a family of 7.
Yeah.
I don't know, 15. Gorgeous eyes.
Baning.
Sibaning. And a lot of us are cousins because my mom,
Yeah.
my mother is a pastor and my dad is a pastor. So we take literally everyone. So now when I say we grew up in a house of, I'm trying to think. Like I'm on like power, but with your pants because the table is small.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Roundabout. I went to school in Spruit, in Etamao, and then later went to Roundabout Primary, and then went to Pumula High. And then went to studying music, jazz performance in CJC. And then I later dropped out to go and hustle. That has been the journey for me. In terms of the person that I am a very chilled person. I take things really personally. I'm very sensitive. And yeah, I am a very spiritual being. And I love music.
You know, when you say you love music, like it takes me to a point where we understand that being I was thinking about this. I was actually talking about this on my way here.
Yeah.
You are a PK.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are automatically placed in an environment where all these things are important as to singing, and I'm guessing a certain routine, order as well, Nasekaya. Is something that you are dear to, you know?
Yeah.
So did the music come from there, or would you from the get-go it's always been a you thing?
It came from home, honestly. My dad is a great singer. My mom is just amazing. And my sisters are just the best. Yeah. Oh God, they're so good. A lot of people think I can sing. You should hear my sisters. And also growing up in church made a lot of me having to understand my voice, because you have to sing. You're a PK.
Yes. Yes.
You have to sing whether you like it or not. The standard is really high. So I think my musical journey really started there. Yeah.
Were they strict parents?
Yeah, they're very strict.
It's hard being a PK.
It's very hard because now there are a lot of expectations from the community, from the church, and also the expectations from you that there are certain things that you can't do because you're a PK. And if you do some certain thing that's like, okay, what is your dad preaching at home?
Yes.
You understand? And it's been like that. And it has saved me a lot. Honestly.
Actually, when you go into it like that, I think I understand a bit more simply because we live in a very diverse universe, and there's so many things that can happen to a child, and maybe being raised a certain way was something that you needed to have in order to be who you are today. Yes.
Oh God, I hated it.
So I think in a way, actually, I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So I think I'm more curious of you studying music. When we reached to the point of studying, were your parents a bit skeptical about it, or were they really all supportive towards that?
They were really supportive because, first of all, my brother studied marketing and other things, but was a DJ.
Yeah.
You understand? So already they were kind of loose to the idea. And when my brother convinced me to, nigga, go study music. You love music. You write beautiful songs. Why not go study music? And at the time I was doing accounting and oh God, I hated every beat of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so now I can do something that I love. I know for sure that I'm going to excel. So when I told my parents about, okay, now I want to go study music, they were like, yeah, sure. You can do it. And then I did. And only to find out that, oh God, it was so hard. But the fact that I loved it made a lot of things quite easier to understand also, because they turned and willing to go an extra mile.
So you were not scared at some point as to, okay, yes, now you're going to finish studying, then you're exposed to the world and all these things that come with being in this industry. Was that not a scary journey for you?
Honestly, the journey started being scary when I got to college.
Okay.
Because Ikawa is Zion. Yes. So now there were a lot of technicalities that I was not used to. Firstly, there were a lot of great vocalists that were used to the setting. And firstly, when I got there, I was frightened of stage. Okay. I have to go up stage and everybody is going to look at me and I'm going to sing in a mic. And when I sing in a mic, I'm going to hear myself in a monitor.
Definitely.
So most of the time I would sing and just pause because I'm trying to listen to my voice. And I think for the longest time, that's where I actually got to actually know my voice. Because and when you Zion, and everybody now,
trust me.
You see?
No.
So now I'm singing alone. There were just a lot of things that I didn't know. And I realized, but okay. I thought I was a great singer, but oh God.
There's a lot.
People can sing out here. And it was just the difficulties were there. I don't want to lie. I didn't know how to play piano. I didn't know what was happening. Everything was new, but we found a way around it. And I think being in college and also being in the industry made things a little bit easier for me when I got to the industry, because in school I had to find things my own way. I had to get used to the stage. I had to get used to my voice. I had to get used to me, the artist, the person who performs, who sings. And when I got to the industry, it was easier for me to understand the spaces, the people, the environment. It was okay. I don't think in Yatingega, I'm not apa. I think here it might be better. But it was quite a journey, I don't want to lie.
So the transition was not so difficult.
Yeah, it was not so difficult.
I'm thinking of the stage fright. I'm thinking of the lights. That's different because you're used to the church setting.
Yeah. So honestly, with performance now, it was not so hard when you are like performing in real people. It's not students. It's like real people screaming your name. Others are just quiet. Others don't know you. And then you would get that crowd, or maybe those mean girls that would be like looking at you like, who is this? I don't know her. And I had to teach myself not to absorb that energy, because when you're on stage, you absorb a lot of energy because you are giving out to yourself and people are receiving you. And I had to focus on the people that were literally showing interest. I'm like, I'm going to focus on you. I'm going to sing for you. And then I'm going to have fun throughout. So yeah, it was really great.
I love the fact that you brought fun to the forefront of everything. Because I think that also maybe assisted you in terms of being comfortable and understanding the environment that you're in as a whole, I want to come back to now us being in the industry. Okay. Everything is fast paced now.
Yeah.
You are award winning. You are exposed to all of this and meeting all these new people and working with the people that you're working with. How would you say that was for you? Because I think it does take a lot of getting used to.
Yeah. You meet a lot of people. Oh, you meet a lot of people.
It wasn't overwhelming.
It's not really overwhelming. It's like, okay. I didn't know that these type of people exist. And with especially with dealing with different genres, because I do everything. I do jazz. I studied jazz. I do deep house. I do Afrotech. I do Amapiano. In each and every genre, there's a slight culture of some sort. And you would meet someone who is very much in their head most of the time and would, if they enter a room, they would want you to be their fan, to give them a certain... for me, that was very confusing because we are here to work, and for us to be in the same room and in the same space, it means that we are both qualified for this.
Definitely.
And that was the first one. Like, I think that people carry fame with them, and it gets in the way of work most of the time. And you can also find really great people. Like, you can find people that are very inclined in the music that they do. People like Brendan Lulu, Frank Mabit, D Rose. And it's really, really nice to be part of those creations and to be part of those movements for me. Yeah.
I love it every time I interview creatives and they actually share the journey as to working with certain people and how it was for them, because I think I mostly worry about your well-being, and I want to know, how was it okay, was it too much to take in as a whole, and these are necessary steps as to sharing with each other as creatives as we go along this journey to say, okay, cool, this is how I experienced this. For me,
very true.
This is how it was. But tell me about, okay, Joburg is a lot. Okay. And with everything that you've experienced from being a church girl to now stepping into this industry, and as you're saying, you've mentioned the people that you've worked with, out of that panel, how would you best say it contributed to the overall image and how you want to be known and seen to the world?
First of all, being a church girl and then coming back to Joburg. Sana, now when I come to Joburg, we met up with Bamban Cat because I was very much afraid of the space. And having to say that I'm a very spiritual person, it was really hard for me because there were a lot of spiritual entities that were very confusing to the eye. And when we got to the industry, we met a lot of those things as well. And it in a way, it had to grow me to be very much spiritually inclined. It's okay, right now we have to pray. Like, it has to be your daily bread. Like, you have to be very inclined in what you do. You have to be very intentional in what you do. And also having to meet people saying that the song that you did touched me when I wanted to end my life. It was like, oh, okay. This is really deep. This is not just me singing. This is I have an impact in somebody else's life. So I think it grew me a lot to actually understand, okay, whatever that I put to the table, is it pleasing to me? Is it pleasing to the next person? It has grown me so much in my spiritual journey and in just finding myself.
Tell me about the people that you work with. What are you under? And this is all information for people that don't know, because I think it's always important to have an idea as to, okay, cool, she's in such a department and she's led by certain people, and these are the people that have assisted her in the journey of becoming this award-winning. Take us through that. Who do you work with and how has that been as a whole?
So I'm currently under a movement or a record label called Amabali, which is co-founded by me and my brother. It's a really safe space. Oh God.
I'm happy your brother's part of that.
Yeah, I think it makes things even much more easy. I want to build a space where songwriters, storytellers are able to touch on stories that nobody talks about. I'm going to be there's a movement that we are starting that is called Songwriters Camp Movement, where we're going to be recruiting songwriters. Oh God, it's so close to my heart.
I can actually tell because wow,
it's so close to my heart because honestly, I love writing more than anything. And most of the time, somebody asked me about, okay, what would you choose between singing and writing? I'm like, writing. Oh God, because I still want to write for other artists. I still want to expand. I still want to touch bases on topics that nobody has touched or explored as yet. So I've been working closely with Willie, William Communication. He's the one who's been doing a lot of admin with Groover's Corner. She's the one who's doing media and getting the name out there in the face. So yeah.
I don't like the moment you said your brother, ne? Automatically I felt safe for you.
Yeah.
On your behalf. Because what do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I think this is also because of all these experiences that we hear from people as to people that they work with and record labels. It's a dangerous world.
It's a dangerous
world. You know, and I felt better as you say that because now automatically I'm thinking, okay, cool. She is in safe hands.
Yeah.
You know, it makes everything much easier having somebody that you're familiar with holding your hand throughout the process.
You're not entirely alone.
What is your favorite song out of everything that you've written right now? Because we've established that you love writing. Okay. But I want to know the one moment where you're like, okay, no, this one?
I love this one.
I love this one.
I love all my songs. Oh God, I have so much.
Yeah.
But
how often do you write?
Every day.
Woo, okay.
I try to write every day, even if it's just 4 lines. And then even if it's just 4 lines, because that 4 lines might be something else the next day. Yeah. Oh God, I have a lot of beautiful songs. But there's this one song that is really close to my heart. It has to be Nkanyezi. Oh God. I don't listen to that song. I love it so much, but I don't listen to it because each and every time I hate that. Even when I talk about it, it always gets me like so teared up and I'm a crybaby. Nkanyezi, it's a song I wrote about after we lost my sister, and it was an overall perspective of everyone in the house that was grieving, but I was writing that song in the shoes of my mother after she lost Umdanake. And it's it's a really sad one, but it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful song. If you don't know it, please check it out. It's really close to my heart. I love it so much. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. If there's one thing I really love about my job is having to receive energy from one person and actually sit here like I'm not trying to cry because it's a lot to take in, you know. And I think as a person that is quite in the same journey, I could say every time I have to explain, guys, I don't sing anymore because I can't sing without crying. People don't get it. You know, so you telling us about the song, I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, no matter what, don't cry. You cannot cry.
Yeah.
You know? And I love that you are so sensitive with the song and you're telling us about its story and the approach that you wrote it from.
Yeah.
From your mother's corner is amazing.
It's a lot.
I think you've created an environment where you are able to cry, but also an environment for your family to also understand how you felt in the process. You know, were you very close?
We were very close. She's one person who actually taught me how to sing. she told me how to sing because Sienna, she used to sing in choirs and she wanted to be in big stages, but honestly, she didn't have the same opportunities like I do. And oh God, oh, I'm trying so much to. Why did I talk about that?
I know. I'm sorry.
So now, and to actually now experience life and be Cnethemba Gonelo.
So sorry.
It's one dream I know for sure that she will be really, really happy for me, dog. My sister loved music, dog. She loved singing each and every morning. I wrote a song about it in Goma. On Saturday, she was someone who was very busy. On Saturday, she will wake up really early. And then uzavuka afudumeze. You know umfudumeze?
Yes.
Afudumeze ukudla kwawo wonke umuntu. If ukushiyile just ukuthi akudle nabantwana bakhe because they will wake up early. And then she would sing around the house, carrying his in and doing laundry. And each and every time, oh God.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's really not even sad anymore, but I'm just a crybaby. It's not it's a really sad story because I'm in a place where I can sing and my name is known and being nominated for the best songwriter. Oh God.
Breathe.
And it's like, oh God, that is our dream. That was your dream.
And you're living it.
I'm living it.
Yeah.
That shows that one, God is good and He's always listening. And yeah.
I'm so sorry. I can't cry. This is gonna get. They're gonna say you can't cry with the guest. Guys, oh my gosh, this is a lot. And I'm so tired
about this. Literally.
Oh, wow. It's okay.
Yeah, I miss her so much.
Let's breathe. Let's breathe. And I think I love it that you are able to actually speak about it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that could say I cry through my music.
Yeah.
And that's the best way I'm able to be vocal about things.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure with Inganyezi we can easily tell that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that you are in a safe space. And yes, we can never really heal from certain things in life. I think this is why we find ourselves easily triggered when we speak of certain matters, you know, that are close to our hearts, you know. But you need to look at this as a very proud moment to say, I'm living this life for the both of us. Literally that.
And you know the song that is being nominated is Lindy Chanel. So I wrote Lindy Chanel. After days of hearing about her death, and I was just describing the day. So Uchona Welang. That's how the house felt. The house was cold and she was there. She was not there anymore. And that song is nominated for the best songwriter, for the best song written song. And it's like, first of all, it was a really light bulb moment for me. About, okay, I think being a creative is the most beautiful thing ever. Because my body's not a coffin. And the pain that I hear and I feel, I can paint it and write songs about it.
Exactly.
And it can be recognized by the world.
Yeah.
That's great.
I can tell how happy you are. Oh my gosh.
That's great, dog. Like this like, what? When I hear Bati songwriters, that's him.
Yes.
And I'm like,
clocks.
The most saddest song I have has to be the proudest song.
Yeah.
In the class, everybody pull me down.
I can imagine how you felt. Oh my gosh. So I think I am this makes me more curious of how many unreleased songs you have that could easily continue making you award-winning. You know, like I'd love to see it. Honestly, because now I automatically become very curious as to what is behind all of this that we see, that the world sees, what is behind what we're exposed to, and the current music that we hear that is released. I want to hear more, and I think this makes me excited, about your next drop, because what do you mean, And I love how you're just in sync with your emotions at this point. The worst thing as a creator or as a singer, I always say, if I couldn't sing, I would be so depressed. I would. You listen. There's no way. Because what do you mean? There's people that deal with so many things outside. And you can sing.
And you can sing it out. And, to people that can't sing, firstly, I feel sorry for you. But to people, at least you have music to listen to. And I would hear people who were like, how did you know that I was going through this? I'm like, I didn't know, but I wrote about what I was going through currently, and it made it relatable to you. So music is just wonderful in all forms.
I love when I meet people that are like me. Like Lalel, Siganshe. What do you mean?
That's the only thing that makes sense, honestly, in this life.
Right now, I'm in a position where I'm just like, I really love her energy.
Thank you so much.
And I think with people that will be watching, will be able to easily pick it up, because you are such a free spirit. You're such a beautiful soul.
Thank you so
and
much.
Being in the same space as you right now makes me feel like, Lale. When I get home, I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna tell my boyfriend I just had the best interview.
Thank you.
Because wow. And I think I wanna know more about, I think if I'm saying it correctly,
Italami.
Tell me about that. I saw the name and I was like, okay, I wanna hear about that.
So Italami, if you want to understand the whole project, you have to listen it like Gala.
Yes.
Namaipela.
Yes.
So Italami, the first song is Linda Shonele. But it's an acoustic version that has been later. There's a verse that I've heard it on the song. It's an album, a body of work about grief, about loss, about hustle, about my spiritual journey, and it's a project that really just paints Cnethemba, because Italami means my light. Because honestly, with my journey and with everything that happened, even in the midst of darkness, I was able to find that glimpse of light and to follow it, and to. I was really mad when my brother says, "There's light at the end of the tunnel." I'm like, why am I in the tunnel? First of all. So it's about that. It's about the light and to follow it, to live by it, and to see myself mostly. I think in that album I was able to voice out literally everything I felt. There's a song called Amakai where I am saying that we come really far. Siza kumazwe esingawaziyo, to try uba sibuyele emva, having something uba siyibonise emakhaya kuthi. And I think that's something everybody goes through, having to know about, okay, I'm in a place where I'm far from home. I'm in a place where I don't know anyone, and it's just me only. But with music, I'm not alone.
Never.
And it's a beautiful project. I don't want to lie. There's a song called Itamsan.
Yes.
And it's about my spiritual life. Because when I accepted my calling, I was able to see about, okay, I became a portal of greater things. Uba saligqibela kudala ekhaya Itamsan nguwokuqala. And to where I'm at now, the screen, I'm literally the first person to be on screen. And it has made it easier for abantwana basekhaya to know that it's very possible, because khona umuntu olapha ecangkwethu that is actually doing it. And it's called Itamsan. You are literally our luck.
Yes.
And then there's Emazweni, favorite with Nontogo Zomkhize.
Yes.
Oh, she's amazing. Oh, Nontogo Zomkhize is amazing. The way she's able to blend in a song. When you work with someone, it's not about how good you can sing.
Yes.
It's not about how good you can write. It's about how can we build the song to make it like this beautiful round thing that can be indulged. Kahle ngumuntu. So she just elevated the song so high. And I'm super proud of the things that she's doing now. It's really amazing.
I'm so touched. Okay, like when you see me be speechless, you should just know a lot is going on, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm really stuck on the sequence as to how you name every song.
Yeah.
It's crazy because every song has its own special meaning and its own special message that it's sending across to your audience. You know? And it also comes back to say, as a writer, how was that for you? Like in every song.
Yeah.
It makes me nothing that's break down.
Break down.
Wow. You know, how do you pick that? How do you select the titles to your songs?
Okay. I pick the titles to my songs after I've recorded and written the song.
Okay.
But when I was recording this album, we recorded this album in one go, like in a month, and we released every song because it made sense. When I wrote Italami, other songs I didn't write.
Yeah.
Others I did write. But mostly, a lot of songs, they are not much written. It's just a glimpse of like maybe 2 lines, and then I get in the mic and I just listen to what music wants to say. And I think that has to be the most beautiful thing about the whole project is I didn't stand in the way of music. I was just in the mood and the flow of what did the music want me to say. You understand? So honestly, when I recorded Italami Gonelo for the second time, it felt different. The energy was very calm, subtle. I think there are 4 stages of grief, and I think I was in the acceptance stage where I'm like, okay, right, okay, but at the end of the tunnel, ilanga liyaphuma.
Yes.
Noba ngaba kumi njani.
Yes.
It's through us. I can bet on that. And there's a verse where I'm saying, Banalia ilanga liphuma. At the time, I don't want to lie, there were a lot of beautiful things, that little beautiful gestures that were happening at the time when I recorded it. Even at home, there were some toddlers that were growing. Because, you know, when somebody passes, there's another one that actually comes in.
Yes, definitely.
So, like, the house was really starting to be warm. My mother was really starting to be happy. Yeah.
I always say that you get to see how vulnerable we are as creatives through the delivery of work we give out.
Yeah.
You know, and if you can't hear how I feel through that, and also it's not that every song I write is my problem.
Story.
My story.
Very
Could
true.
possibly be writing about somebody's life.
Well, you don't understand. You know,
somebody's story.
It's really amazing. Music is very weird. Music is very spiritual. This one time, I had this session. When I got into the session with the guy,
I'm so sorry. Now you're reading it.
No, it's fine. I'm a crybaby. Yo, I'm a crybaby. My mom is like, oh yeah, I'm like, if it's sad, if it's happy, it's fine. I'm going to feel it.
Yeah.
And then we did a song. I think it was called Poop. I'm like, Snare, are you going through what you sang about here? I'm like, no, not really, but the beat wanted me to say this. I'm like, actually, this is what I am going through. And the way you were able to articulate exactly what I'm feeling, it's really incredible. I'm like, yo, music is really incredible.
Yeah. I think right now I want to know where you see yourself before I wrap up. Where you see yourself, how do you best want to be remembered to a lot of people that look at you right now and think, she is such a beautiful soul, you know? And I think also we, as I'm going to put myself double side now, as an audience, I would be very curious of who she truly is, right? And
Yeah.
on the other side, I'm more of, I understand.
Yeah.
I truly feel what you feel through every verse. You know, I want to know where you see yourself. How are you planning to make people understand your music, and also looking at the many genres that you do? I'm a piano. I was like, okay, she does piano. I was like, okay, let's go. You know, now I'm even getting more excited, you know, and also looking at how diverse music can be as a whole.
Yeah.
What is your vision of Cnethemba?
Oh God. I firstly, I'm going to talk as if
Yes.
so that I can best explain.
Yes.
One, I think she still wants to explore what the sound. I still want to explore more sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I still wanna. I don't know, man. There's a lot about music. There's a lot that we always get with each and every song.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to write a lot of beautiful songs.
Mhm.
I am looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly, I still want to experience stillness.
Yes.
I think when I got into the Indian industry, I was very broken.
Yes.
And then I healed. But there was a lot of noise. And I want to do music that will take you in a realm of stillness and a realm of peace. Because there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's a lot of happening with women, children dying every day. It's a lot. And I think it has to be voiced out. It has to be said. Like Fanagi Kazu, but this is not okay. Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. How I want people to remember me. I call myself a unicorn. I love unicorns.
Yes.
I love unicorns. And the other time I had an interview and somebody's asked, why do you call yourself unicorn? Do you believe in unicorn? I'm like, yeah, I believe in unicorns. I'm like, how old are you? I'm like, oh, this condescending. But
Yeah.
I believe in unicorns because God has been doing so much incredible and mysterious things in my life. The fact that I'm a songwriter, nominated, honestly, even in the Nerangali one,
Yes.
it has been a dream, but to actually happen, it's like, what? But God can't do that. So I think I believe in magic and in mysterious things. It's because I've seen it happen in my life. Yeah.
I think right now I'm always persistent when it comes to having an audience understand the artist. You know, and understand the journey and the process and what it actually takes to be able to give out such music, you know? Is there any final words that you have for people that listen to you?
Number one, I want you all to go listen to Ingoma.
Yes.
And I think you will understand me more.
Okay.
Because I love music. Oh God, I love music. And people just need to be kind.
Yes.
And you just have to try to meet people where they are. Because you don't know what the next person is going through.
Definitely.
People are smiling, but there's just a lot happening.
True.
You understand? So just be kind. Just be kind.
And then where can we find you on social media? I know I follow you on Facebook. That's what I know.
Really? I have to follow you back now.
I've always been a fan. Literally, when I knew that I'm interviewing you, I was like my boyfriend, I'm like, okay. When I leave the house, just understand that I'm very excited. Like don't tell me anything else. Just understand where I'm going and who I'm meeting. Because sometimes you get to look at people on social media and you just understand, you know, through how they carry themselves. And as you're saying that you're such a spiritual person, it puts me in sync with who I'm dealing with, you know. And I love it that you are exactly what I envisioned. I won't lie.
Thank you so much.
If you saw me shaking when I got here, then you'd know a lot is going on.
I didn't even notice that.
But yeah, I think I really appreciate it. But yeah, where can we find on social media? I feel like I'm getting carried away.
It's a safe space. Cnethemba _Gonelo on Facebook. Cnethemba _Gonelo on Instagram. Cnethemba Gonelo on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I've been nominated for the Best Songwriter by Basadi Music Award. So, can you please vote for me?
It should be known.
Vote for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Personally, I'm just happy to have met you. Like, I have moments where I'm just like, I know the universe will bring us together.
Yeah.
There is no way. You know, from the bottom of my heart, I just love that you're here. I love the person that you are.
Thank you
I
so
love how you carry yourself. And I really hope even your audience understands the message that you're trying to send across. But yes, this was such a beautiful moment.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed
appreciate
myself, actually.
I'm of course Vanessa Parker, better known as Miss Mona Lisa herself, and this is With the Star right here. This is literally our first episode. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. From myself and my beautiful guest, I love you.
Thank you so much.